Leading up to the release of For the Future, my little sister and I made a billion theories, so let's take a look at which parts we got right and which parts we got very wrong. Part 4. Okay, so along with our other theories, we'd predicted that one of the main parts of For the Future would revolve around King developing a new Titan power. We'd proposed he would discover a similar power to that of the decaying boiling isles, and then being a Titan himself, he could learn to harness an innate ability to create demonic life. With us first suggesting this power would start off small like King himself, we'd predicted he would initially learn to summon little bug demons, eventually learning to control this power to a much greater degree, and potentially amassing a tiny army of loyal insect followers. This theory had evolved over several videos to instead include the ability to grant life to inanimate objects, leading to the alternative concept of a righteous army of stuffies. One that would actually work this time, unlike his trial with Ida's potion, and would all be fueled by a celestial power we'd theorized belonged to all Titans, the ability to grant sentience, similar to that of the familiar Wailing Star or Moonlight Conjuring. Finally, we'd predicted that Francois would also come to life, either via King's new powers or the power of the Collector himself, as we'd believe the Collector might grant him sentience in a grand gesture to King as a friend, with his ability to do so being promoted by the reveal of his toy powers in the trailer. Because if he has the ability to turn people into toys, why not then the ability to turn toys into people? It all made sense to us, but so far none of this has happened. What actually ended up happening in the episode was far less dramatic, with King taking more of a reserved role and keeping up appearances with the Collector, while also keeping a lower profile and doing a lot of planning behind the scenes. Even though this hasn't been very flashy or exciting, we'd actually really like this direction for King, as he's getting to solve the Collector issue with his brains and his heart, rather than relying on some new power. They did set up that a Titan's magic can essentially cancel out the Collector's, which means King will have to use his powers at some point, but in still working to figure it out, and deciding to attack with compassion over force. It's been highlighted in this episode that he's still King! Which is really cool, as it exemplifies this stark contrast in King's character over the series, with him first desiring nothing but power, a path which would have led him to be similarly destructive and chaotic like the Collector, but instead he's grown to find something that's worth far more and has amassed a life-changing and guiding family in the form of Ida and Luce. This aversion to using his powers has also left it open-ended as to what these powers might be, so it's possible that we may still see some of our ideas in the final episode, as King's development as a Titan is sure to be paramount in the finale. I think we could also see a different spin on the idea of the Collector bringing Francois to life, as given his development in For the Future as a lost and lonely child simply pining for a friend, it would be a very touching resolution for King to instead give him Francois to potentially bring to life for himself, thus giving him the friend he's always desired, as King can't really be what he wants him to be.
I can't be who you want me to be.
I think this prediction is supported in the scene where the Collector says,
King, can I sleep with Francois? I don't like being alone.
As it's evident Francois brings him some amount of comfort, and perhaps providing this comfort could be King's greatest power of all.
I wish there was a way we could give him some comfort.
With this sacrifice even turning the tides and being a major factor in drawing the Collector back over to our side. I think this might have even been foreshadowed in the similar heterochromia between Francois' eyes and the Collector's face. But let me know what you think in the comments, because honestly, I don't know, man. And follow for the next set of videos where we break down our more serious predictions about what we thought For the Future would reveal about the Collectors. These ones might not have actually been that far off. You know your show's crazy when even your Bill Cipher has trauma.
I can recommend a good therapist.